She maltreated her maid. She was embarrassed, starved, humiliated, and thrown outside. Now she needs urgent kidney transplant, and she is the only available donor. Every evening, the mansion of Chief Tamuno glittered like a palace. The marble floors shone like mirrors. Crystal lights sparkled from the chandelier. Plates of steaming jollof rice, fried chicken, and fresh juice decorated the grand dining table. Madame Abiere sat like a queen, eating slowly and proudly. Her husband, Chief Tamuno, focused on his phone while chewing quietly. Their only son, Jason, complained about school and pushed food around his plate. But on the cold, tiled floor, close to the dining table, sat Tari. Tari was their maid. She wore a faded black uniform, her hands rough from endless washing, and her bare feet rested against the cold floor. Her plate held leftovers, dry rice, tiny bones and little stew. She ate silently. She had learned never to look at the dining table, because every time she did, Madame Abiere would hiss, "Why are you staring? Is your village hunger following you here?" Jason would laugh loudly. Even Chief Tamuno would pretend not to notice. Tari swallowed her pain like food. She came from a small riverside village in a creeker. After her father died in a fishing accident, her mother became too weak to work. Tari had left school and came to the city as a maid, so her younger siblings could survive. She endured everything. The insults, the slaps, the hunger, the loneliness. Because every month, she sent her little salary home. That was all that mattered. But one rainy Thursday night, everything changed. Madame Abiere had invited important guests for dinner, wealthy business partners from Lagos. The house was shining like a hotel. "Tari," Madame shouted. "Yes, Ma. If you disgrace me tonight, you will regret it." "Yes, Ma." From morning till night, Tari worked without rest. She cooked, cleaned, washed plates, ironed clothes, and arranged flowers. Her legs trembled. Her head ached. She had not eaten since sunrise. As the guests arrived, laughter filled the house. Chief Tamuno smiled proudly. Madame Abiere acted like the perfect rich wife. Jason showed off his expensive new phone. Tari stood in the kitchen carrying a tray of hot pepper soup. Her hands were shaking. She whispered softly, "Just one more hour." But as she walked toward the dining room, darkness suddenly covered her eyes. The tray slipped. The bowl shattered. Hot soup spilled across the expensive white rug. The guests froze. Madame Abiere's face turned dark like thunder. "Tari!" Before anyone could speak, Madame slapped her. The sound echoed across the room. "You useless girl! Animal! Do you know how expensive that rug is?" Tari fell to her knees. "I'm sorry, Ma. I'm so sorry." Another slap. Chief Tamuno looked away. The guests stared in shame. Jason laughed under his breath. Madame grabbed Tari by the arm. "Get out! Sleep outside tonight! No food for you!" Tari, shaking and crying, picked up the broken glass with her bare hands. Still, nobody helped her. That night, heavy rain poured like tears from heaven. Tari sat outside the gate, soaked and shivering. Her stomach growled. Her tears mixed with rainwater. She looked at the dark sky. "Papa, I'm tired," she whispered. For the first time, she thought of running away forever. But suddenly, headlights stopped in front of the gate. A black SUV. The window rolled down. An elegant elderly woman stared at her carefully. "What happened to you, child?" Tari quickly wiped her tears. "Nothing, Ma." The woman stepped out. She was Dr. Ibiso, a respected hospital owner and one of the richest women in the state. She noticed the blood on Tari's hands. This is not nothing. That was all Tari needed. She broke down and cried. She told her everything. The insults, the hunger, the humiliation, the pain. Dr. Ibiso listened quietly. Then she said words Tari would never forget. No one deserves to live like this. That same night, Tari left with her. The next morning, Madame Ibiere woke up and hissed. Good riddance. Let her go and suffer elsewhere. But life was already preparing its own answer. 3 months later, Madame Ibiere suddenly collapsed during breakfast. Her spoon fell. Her body shook. She could not breathe. Chief Tamuno rushed her to the hospital. After many tests, the doctor gave terrible news. Her kidneys were failing. She needed an urgent kidney transplant. Without it, she would die. The house that once echoed with pride became silent with fear. Chief Tamuno searched everywhere. Family members were tested. Friends were tested. Even paid donors were searched for. Nothing. No match. Madame Ibiere became weaker every day. The proud woman who once shouted like thunder now cried like a helpless child. Her body shrank. Her beauty faded. Her nights were filled with pain. One evening, she held Chief Tamuno's hand and whispered, "I don't want to die." Jason cried secretly in his room. Chief Tamuno looked like a broken man. Then one morning, the hospital called. We found a match. Chief Tamuno almost screamed with joy. Who is it? The doctor paused, then said quietly, "Your former maid, Tari." Silence. Chief Tamuno thought he heard wrongly. What? Yes, she volunteered herself. Madame Ibiere burst into tears immediately. No, after everything I did to her? At the hospital, Tari stood quietly by the window. Madame Ibiere entered the room, weak and trembling. The moment she saw Tari, she fell to her knees. "Tari, forgive me. I treated you worse than an animal. I don't deserve your kindness." Tears rolled down her cheeks. Chief Tamuno lowered his head in shame. Jason could not even look at her. Tari's eyes filled with tears too. She remembered every slap, every hungry night, every insult, every tear on the cold floor. She had every reason to say no, but she simply said softly, "Pain should not create more pain. I choose kindness." Madame cried harder, because sometimes forgiveness hurts more than punishment. The surgery day came. Hours felt like years. Chief Tamuno paced the hospital corridor like a lost man. Jason prayed for the first time in months. Finally, the doctor came out. The surgery was successful. Chief Tamuno broke down in tears. Madame Ibiere survived, and Tari was safe too. That day, the family changed forever. When Madame returned home, she refused to sit at the big dining table alone. She called Tari. "No more eating on the floor. You will sit with us." Tari froze. She had never imagined hearing those words. Chief Tamuno sponsored Tari back to school. Jason apologized sincerely and treated her like a sister. Madame Ibiere became a different woman, kinder, softer, and humbler. Because sickness had taught her what pride never could. Months later, during dinner, Tari sat at the table, not on the floor, and for the first time, she ate without swallowing tears. Because sometimes, God allows storms not to destroy us, but to change hearts. And sometimes, the person you treat like nothing today may become the reason you live tomorrow. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more emotional and life-changing stories. Tell us in the comments, if you were Tari, would you donate your kidney after all that pain?